time for the best high school football show in town with KFC's Friday Football Fever.
All right.
Well, sports department's been real busy tonight.
Oh, yes, indeed. Yeah. Yes, indeed.
Yeah,
you were all over the place today.
Yeah, we were all over the place. There were a lot of games played last night, but there are also some games played tonight on Friday. And no matter how you divvy up the games, there's so many good programs, there are always going to be great matchups. And that certainly was the case tonight. It's another night of Friday Football Fever, and we start tonight in the Treasure Coast, where many of our top teams were in action tonight, including 4th-ranked Fort Pierce Westwood, 5th-ranked Fort Pierce Central, and 10th-ranked Vero Beach. We'll kick things off with Westwood, who is hosting Sebastian River tonight. Westwood's Tavares Copeland drops back to pass. He finds Wonderful Terry. What a great name. He avoids a few tacklers and takes it all the way, 85 yards for the touchdown. Westwood up 14-6. The Sharks get back in on the very next play. LaMarcus Johnson gets a hold of the kickoff, and he takes it 90 yards for the touchdown. But the rest of this game, it was all Westwood. Final score, 28-12. They remain undefeated this season at 6-0. Fort Pierce Central traveling to the Treasure Coast tonight in the Cobras. They go with a double reverse here. Keon Williams scores the TD, and it's a 7-all game now. James Million, he gets the handoff, and he's in wide open space. A touchdown run would make it look easy, and Treasure Coast, they lead it now. The Cobras would finally get on the attack, but they pressure in the backfield. It would cause a fumble on this play. It's recovered in the end zone for a Titan touchdown. The Cobras, they would get the last lap tonight. They win it 35-20. Two American Heritage stars, Marcus Davis and Hervé Kobe, talking over the game plan as they hosted Kings Academy. Winner of this game could win the district. It was scoreless in the first quarter, but sophomore running back Greg Bryant will change that with this 20-yard run, 7-0 Stallions. Third quarter now, same score. Bryant again, basically the same play, and he runs this ball inside the inside the Kings 30-yard line. And just a few plays later, the sophomore talented quarterback Marcus Davis with the play-action fake. He's going to waltz it into the end zone for a 1-yard score. All Heritage tonight. They roll past the Lions 42-0. The South Fork Bulldogs were facing a tough matchup in the Vero Beach Indians tonight. The Bulldogs get it in the fourth quarter courtesy of Dayton Polick, but they would trail it 24-7. Jermaine Hunter, he would seal the deal for the Bulldogs. He bounces off a few defenders, and South Fork picks up the road victory. 24-7 is your final score here. Jensen Beach and Port St. Lucie. We pick this game up in the Treasure Coast. Leading rusher for the Falcons, Tevin Wilson. He runs it in for a touchdown here. He ran for a total of 235 yards in this ball game. The Falcons are up by 15, but you know those Jaguars wouldn't go down easy. DJ Just throws it up for grabs, and he finds Jalen Adams in the end zone. They cut the Falcons' lead to 7. The Falcons, however, would do enough to hold on in the end. Jensen Beach gets by Port St. Lucie 35-21. When we come back, we go down to a battle in Boca Raton. Plus, we check in some other area private schools, all coming up on Friday Football Fever.
Friday Football Fever is sponsored by Kentucky Fried Chicken.
What if you could get that so good KFC taste for free? Now at KFC, buy any 10-piece meal or larger and get 4 pieces for free. Every day, every recipe. Original recipe for free. Extra crispy for free. Grilled for free. Try all 3 for free. Buy a 10-piece meal or larger with sides and buttermilk biscuits and get 4 pieces for free.
So good. S-O-S-O-G-O-O-D good.
It's capable of everything except taking a day off. The GMC Sierra. No other competitor offers you over 300 horsepower, almost 1,800 pounds of payload, and over 20 highway miles per gallon. If you've got work to do, there's no better truck than the GMC Sierra. During GMC Truck Month, use your PowerTech discount for a total value of $6,000 on Sierra. Plus a year of Sirius XM with commercial-free music and more, including every NFL game.
This is Ellen. Ellen has a big family. A really big family. And Ellen needs to save just as big on their groceries. So she starts at Publix.com/save. In one spot, Ellen sees thousands of items on sale. She prints a list and coupons too. And when Ellen comes home from Publix, she has a lot of money left over. For a little while anyway. Start at Publix.com/save to maximize your savings. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Florida seniors are hurting, and Ron Klein is making things worse. Bad enough, Klein voted for Pelosi's trillion-dollar big government takeover of our health care. Worse, Klein voted to cut Medicare by $500 billion, which could cut benefits for over 1 million Floridians. Massive tax increases, rationing of care, $500 billion in cuts to Medicare. Florida doesn't need Ron Klein's bad medicine. American Crossroads is responsible for the content of this advertising.
I'm Pam Bondi, and for nearly 2 decades, I've been a prosecutor, sending violent criminals to prison, many for life. I'm running for Attorney General to bring jobs to Florida, expose corruption wherever it hides, and to stop the federal health care takeover. My opponent's a longtime politician who consistently votes against tax relief and defends the federal health care takeover. We deserve better, and that's the difference.
Pam Bondi for Attorney General.
This high-definition newscast is sponsored by South Florida Honda.
Let's go ahead and get right back into the action here on Friday Football Fever. We start with 2 large schools down in Boca Raton. The Boca Raton Bobcats welcome Santaluces into town, and the Chiefs would get out on top early. Quarterback Munchkin Young finds standout receiver Terrence Floyd on the deep route. A 43-yard touchdown reception for Santaluces. Later in the second quarter, running back Artez Fulton, he would get the handoff near the goal line, and he dives in for an easy score from 2 yards out. The extra point was no good. 13-0 Chiefs at this point, but the Bobcats storm back. Their quarterback, Kevin Anderson, decides to keep it, and he'll scamper in from 6 yards out. The extra point was good. The Bobcats would come all the way back to win it 27-19. In Palm Beach Gardens, the Benjamin School hosted Pope John Paul. Entre Jensen and the rest of his coaching staff rocking the pink shirts for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. His Eagles would try to upset Benjamin's homecoming. The Buccaneers defense would look really good early, forcing Pope to punt on their first 2 possessions, but that second punt, Sean Marshall would muff the catch. Pope would take over at the 30-yard line. Then Pope's do-it-all quarterback, Freddie Mackey, would have a couple of nice runs, and then he throws it to Bobby Lentz, who stretches over the pylon, and it's good for 6. But the Buccaneers, they prevail on their homecoming night, 26-19. Out in Glade State, the Gators, Calvin Taylor hosted Belen Jesuit out in the Glades. Gators quarterback Tanner Reddish, he drops back to pass on a 4th and goal, and he gets intercepted by the Wolverines. We go to the second quarter now, and Daniel Admire finds a wide-open Julian Chauvry for a 14-yard touchdown pass. Bad news here for Glade State. They lose the game, but they also lose their running back, Kelvin Taylor. He left the game with a hip injury.
Oh, goodness. All right. Thank you very much, Jason.
No problem.